folks. How y'all doing? It's the four black guys. Oh.
That's James silly ass.
What the heck was that?
I was giving us an applause, man.
I don't know what that was. Put
What
that
the
up.
heck was
Whatever
that, bro? It sounded like I don't know what that sounded like.
Oh hell, he got sound effects.
Oh Lord. Who gave him sound effects?
Apparently, he gave himself sound effects. He has his own claps. You have your personal claps, sir.
That sounds like ghetto clap. That sounds like clap that came from Wish.
Right, Mac. Really, Negro?
It sounded like he was letting air out of a balloon or something.
Right. I don't know what that was at all. But now that's a standing ovation. That's applause.
That's applause. Those are real. Oh, you got that. You got that. Tab. Don't you got the Mixcast or something?
No, it's the Zoom L8.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got a real one. So
real one.
Okay, so wait, cuz we ain't been here 9 years. We're gonna come back with sound effects.
Yes, apparently everybody got their own personal sound effect.
Okay, well let me find something then.
Fire.
But anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Four Black Guys Show. Man, it's been a while since we had a chance to talk to you guys, about a week or so. But we are back with you today, man. We are going to have a great time. It's going to be one of those shows. I'm going to let y'all know. It's about to be everywhere and on and popping at the same time.
One of those shows where no valuable information will be given.
Don't say that. There's always valuable information given. It may not come in a way that is prepackaged.
May not come the way you want it, but it'll be there. Okay. Are you serious?
That's Love Joy. That just be Love Joy.
Wow.
It's gonna be one of them shows. What's up, McLeonard, man? How you doing, bro? I hope y'all. Can we put our fours up, please? Can I get to the fours?
Yeah,
everybody put your fours
Mario,
up.
I'm gonna need you to wake up.
Man, hey, it's rough out here in these streets.
Did nobody tell you to be out there in the sun yesterday trying to fix stuff? You don't know what the hell you were doing.
Oh, I did. Okay, all right. I'll go down there and take a picture of what I did.
They don't come on the show with an attitude because you're drained, still drained from yesterday.
I'm still drained from the week.
See?
So
ain't got nothing to do with that.
What's
Right.
up, Sad? Is the book finished? Hey, Sad, is the book finished? Let us know if the book is finished, man. I know it's finished, but is it for sale and all that? Let us know. McLeonard, what's going on, man?
And it's not Stephen, it's
right,
Steven.
Stephen with the V. That's Stephen. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, guys, to the Four Black Guys Show. Book is finished and is ready for sale. All right, give me a link, man. Shoot me a link so we can put it out. All right, guys. If you're on Facebook, please hit like, hit share. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe and a notification bell. Slap it, give it a 1 and a 2, and give it one of these. And so so you'll be notified when we have gone live. Mr. Lovejoy, how was your week, man?
And it's not Dame, it's Damn, DAMN, not DAME.
Hey, just for future, I'm letting y'all know this show. Mario is on one because he's tired. Just want to let y'all know. He's out the hot sun. That honeydew kicked his behind.
Whatever.
Hey, did y'all see the pictures on Facebook? He's out there looking like a homeless
veteran. He sure
is. I was like, why did you post? I knew I was gonna catch it today. That's why I was like, why did you post that? Whatever, man.
Hey, look, all he needed was a sign. We'll work for free.
Wow.
I'm gonna go try to find it. His wife set him up though. Erica, this is on you for real though. Erica, this is on you. You caught that man looking like
I'm telling you.
I can tell his face was like, what the? Are you looking taking a picture of?
No wonder, huh?
Wow. Say I look like a homeless vet. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate
Hey,
that, bro.
that picture. Hey, Megalina, if he was a vet, that picture right there, give him 100%. Those that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You got 80, you just got 100. That's how bad you do.
Okay, say it. Here says book official release coming soon. You can get his new book that's coming out after this. It gets better. I'm sorry, it gets better after this. You can check out his brand new book. We're gonna have you on the show. Probably try to get you on next week, man. And so you can talk about the book, and we'll go from there. The way the show happens, we might have you on tonight.
Right.
No. We need to take that serious.
Yeah, we ain't take it serious. We're gonna
There
take
ain't
it
nothing serious about this tonight. I don't want our foolishness to overcrowd the importance of this book. So,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get you on next week. Say, hit me up, Doc, and we'll
at
get
least
you in.
3 of us probably drunk already. So, I can't speak for Mario.
I just woke up at 7:00. So hey.
Keep us in your prayers. My home was
Flooded.
oh man.
Dang, bro. We'll do, man. We'll keep you in the
Oh,
prayers. man.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, cool. All right, Lovejoy.
Yeah, so yeah, man. What you got?
How was your week, man? How'd it go? We see you out there living your best life in the gym.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah.
eating your pita chips and your.
Hey man,
Yeah.
you weren't supposed to tell nobody. You're supposed to make it feel like I'm really doing right, man.
You are, man. We see you.
Looking all strong and stuff.
Strong.
All strong and stuff.
I'm telling y'all Negroes right now. Don't say nothing to me. I'm buying my shirt small.
You ain't gonna- hey, look, look at you ain't gonna walk around here looking like Eddie Long, are you? Talking about watch
Yes. I am.
this. Watch this.
See what y'all say about me.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey,
Let me see if I can do it. Hold
man.
on.
That's 3 o'clock in the morning.
You gotta get your arm.
I don't care.
Trying to tighten the shirt.
If you keep playing with me, I'm gonna go put on one in a minute. Okay, so I need y'all to calm down.
No.
Hey, mama, we being goofy tonight. I'm just letting you know.
Well, my week, man, my
Go
week
ahead,
was good, man. My week was good. I think I'm in the flow of where I like the gym now. And I like being there at 3 a.m. So yeah, man. Yeah.
So that is a real place, liking to be at the gym.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think I'm there now, man.
So how does that feel? How does that look like? What does it? When
you get through working out, you go home for a couple hours, then you want to go back. That's what it looks like.
That's exactly right, James.
Really?
That's exactly right. You want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And this snack that I'm on, guys. What you say? What you say, Mario?
Them lies.
Okay, you ain't got shit to say tonight. You wearing that hat that you wore yesterday while you was out there piddling around in the backyard.
Hey man, whatever. I'll go put my hat back on. My hat.
Don't put it on. You put it on. Put my tight shirt on. Okay, but that's really true. That's really true. And what's strange is the conversation is okay. He went to black. Okay, the conversation is different because there are certain people that you see that time of morning.
Mm.
So you know them by name. Hey Matt. Hey Hearn. And while I'm doing 15 miles cycling, they come in. You know what time they're going to come in. We have different crazy conversations. But I'm serious. That's something that really happens when you're in the gym. Really does.
So there's a
That's true, James. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've never experienced that. Just getting up and I just have this yearning desire to go to the gym. I've tried.
It don't start off like that though.
Yeah. How long does that usually take?
Depends on the person.
Yeah, but I'm a morning person anyway, so it's not a problem for me. Like before the show, I went and prep, got my pre-workout together, I got my my amino acids together, and then I got my protein shake together. I got 25 almonds, a banana, and 2 eggs. So shower, put my workout clothes on. I'm out the door about 2:37. I'm out the door.
Why 25 almonds?
Oh, because it has 170 calories.
Ah,
And so when I go in the gym, I want to be in the deficit.
okay.
When
Yeah, that was oddly specific. That's why.
yeah. 25 is 170 calories.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and 2.
I would have said a bag of almonds, but because you said 25.
No, I went to Sam's and got the big 2-pound bag, so I just count out 25.
Really?
So I won't have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unsalted.
No, I think these are roasted. But
Okay.
Yeah, these are roasted.
Okay.
So yeah.
So so your week's been like that, or?
Yeah, man. Yeah, and being in the gym, and now I'm kicking up. I'm kicking up more weight.
There we go.
Don't
we go.
tell me, don't do it.
Lovejoy, do it. Do it. Do it. I double dare you to do it.
Oh, John. All right. Look, so I guess we're just gonna we had to go to Mario because he's got the hat on. So Mario, how was your week, sir?
I'm gonna give y'all that side profile, baby.
Oh, lot the side profile. Look at that.
Oh, yes, sir. I got them snapped up on the side. Then I got
looking like Robin Hood about the head.
Then
jaw.
I got it tied off just right. Got the little drawstring tied off. When this hat on, that means it's business out here in that yard. You feel me? When I got this hat on, it's work time, Playboy.
We ain't gonna talk about yards, are we? We gonna talk about yards yet?
We can talk about yards. What the problem is, huh?
I was gonna go to James if we were gonna talk about yards.
He's referring to my yard. Yeah.
Oh well, let's talk about James. We'll come back to me, James, and the yard of Jumanji.
And the thing about it is, I can't even say nothing.
What's up, Michelle? So
James,
these jokes are not private jokes. You can go out on Facebook and see Tony Lovejoy in the gym. You can see Mario in this hat looking like a homeless vet, and you can see. Oh, John,
There it is.
Kapow!
This is really the Eddie Long shirt, though, for real.
Right, I was gonna say, look,
When he was in the bathroom and he was going like this.
dance again.
Watch this.
Hey, man. Hey. All right, so we're gonna just sit through the show with tight shirts on and
Tight
cowboys.
shirts on and safari hats.
Yes, sir. That's what we're doing. That's how the show gonna go.
That's
Get
what
ready.
it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that's how it's gonna be tonight.
Jesus,
It's gonna be one of them. But they still trading, boy.
Who?
Woo, the investors group.
Oh, really?
They still trading.
All right, so let's keep talking about your yard, James, and this Jumanji that you had going on in front of your house.
Hey man, that's what happened when you don't pay attention. You don't listen. I'm talking about straight focused on going out the house to the truck, going where I gotta go. Never looked at the yard, never paid attention to it. Let me tell you what happened. Normally, it's my neighbor who has the big grass. What made me notice it was that her grass got cut, so I passed by my house. Thinking it was her yard. And I
Lovejoy. Wait. Lovejoy.
I ain't doing
man.
that.
That's what he's supposed to do.
All right, go ahead, continue, man.
Lovejoy, you falling back on your bathroom selfies though, bro. We ain't seen no bathroom selfies. You got to take
bathroom selfies.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go in the gym and take the bathrooms. Okay. Yeah, hook it up.
You're encouraging the foolishness, ain't you?
But yeah, man, and the yard just got out of hand on me. And when I literally went out there and saw that I had grass and weeds taller than me, man, I spent Saturday morning out there. I'm talking about straight in a jungle.
What's up, Josh?
Literally had my machete.
You shouldn't cut your grass in the morning, man.
Say what?
You shouldn't cut your grass in the morning.
I was trying to do it before it got hot because I had so much other stuff to do.
There you go.
I was trying to get it done.
Grass is wet. It bogs down your lawnmower.
It does.
Lovejoy, it was gonna be bogged down anyway, fooling with that jungle line. It didn't even matter.
He was trying to cut down trees with a lawnmower, dog.
I had my machete out there, man, cutting. I'm telling you.
God.
I had to hit it with the machete first, man.
You got one too? I got one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got him. Okay.
Why you
I
got
was hitting it with the machete, man. Then I hit it with the lawnmower. Then I was weed eating and lawn mowed some more. And bruh.
James, you had to machete your grass, man.
Yes,
Machete.
absolutely. You saw the pictures. That wasn't no ordinary grass out there, brother. I got them down South Alabama Bessemer weeds in my yard.
God, not the Bessemer weed.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Bessemer weeds, but I'm tougher than the average weeds right there. So
Yes, sir.
they don't
Absolutely.
die the first time around. You got to kill them again
Right.
and again.
Them the type of weeds you spray them weeds with Roundup and they just look at you.
They said we don't die, we
They-
multiply.
They drinking Roundup like it's tea. I'm telling you.
Drink
I
round up like it's lean.
can't-
Oh my
Bruh,
goodness.
I mean,
Well-
I caught it.
Y'all want to see my grass?
We already know it's better manicured. No, we don't.
Right. It's perfectly manicured, I'm
Perfectly
sure.
manicured.
You got to be out there with the
It's got
tweezers.
the
Right
diagonal-
there with
diagonal
a pair of
lines.
scissors, making sure it's all 1
Say,
and
Steve.
1/4 of an
Hey.
inch long.
No. What's funny was I did tell Hector, who cuts my grass, I said, make sure your blade is sharpened because I do not want, any clippings
Uneven.
in my yard. I do not want my yard uneven. So make sure your blade is sharpened before you cut my grass.
So you got Hector out there with a ruler measuring blades of grass, trying to make sure all the grass
What's
is
the
the
problem?
same height.
What's the
That's
problem?
exactly what he does.
Now, does he have a floating? Does he have a riding lawnmower, or does he have a push?
Okay, no, he pushes my front yard and he rides
Rides
the
the
back.
But he does have a floating deck on that, though, right?
Oh, you better believe he do.
Okay, all right.
Because you're not going. No, I fixed that problem, Steve. I sanded my whole yard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sanded the whole yard so to make sure that it's even all
It's,
right.
it's level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
plus
Yeah.
it's
I got to do
more.
that in a portion of my front yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, guys, if you have an uneven yard, think about sanding your yard because then
Sanding
that
your
will make it flat and easier for mowing. Also, if you have a riding lawnmower, you can get yourself what's called a floating deck
yes.
on the lawnmower. So
Yes.
then if it incurs any bumps, it'll just float along and you get an even cut right across the lawn.
Hey,
And that's
really,
your learning moment today from the Boy Block guys.
And
That's the only thing y'all gonna
Black
learn.
guys is totally informational. Totally
Right. See, there you go. See, I just busted your whole thing, James. Boom, they
there.
learned something.
And he has to put patterns in my yard.
Oh,
Yes, put what? Put patterns.
Patterns.
Diagonal.
Oh, yeah.
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has to go up, go down, go up. Then he has to come across.
Start the other way.
Then start the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to do that.
see, Josh on some stuff too. Josh talking noise. He said, I just want to know how many times it's your neighbors look at your ugly what before you really
Josh,
decide.
he uses text. He uses speak to text
Oh,
on, on his phone when he
okay. That's
types.
just how we talk. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man. My neighbors were looking at me all crazy. My neighbors across the street got a real nicely manicured yard, and I saw the old ladies just standing on the side of the road looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at me with
Just
this.
cussing you out.
And see, normally, like I say, normally we all be looking at my neighbor like that.
Right.
This year it was me.
Yeah.
This year it was me.
We talk trash over here, James. It's called yard domination.
Oh, y'all serious over there.
Yeah, it's called yard domination. If you saw Mr. Dot and Mo's yard, you'll see what I'm talking about. We peek at each other's yards to see who grass is growing faster. So I do a little trick around here. I use triple 13 and Ironate. Ironate turns your grass a bluish color.
Mm.
So it's a deep, rich green. And then triple 13, you have to cut my grass every 3 days.
Every 3
Heck,
days.
I love you then.
Yeah, heck yeah, he loves me at $50 a cut. Yeah, he loves me every
Every 3 days, you get $50.
Yeah, Hector don't care. Hector gonna be. Hector live right there, so he can just come over and cut it.
Oh, okay.
So every 3 days, triple 13. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I got them Bessemer weeds, so it's about the same for me, and I don't need triple 13.
Please don't put triple 13 on them. You just
I can't. No, like, man. I be cutting every day. Yeah, I can't do that.
No, sir. No, sir.
You four celebrities actually. I don't cut my grass. Sorry, Josh. I don't cut my grass. I used to. That was actually one of my pride and joy, guys, for real. I used to love cutting my grass. I just don't have time to cut it.
Yeah, I like cutting my grass, man. But the backyard, I'm backed up against the a pasture, so I get gnats that will just attack me in the middle of the heat from going up and down the yard, dude. I get 3-4 gnats in my eyes, man. I can't. It's
I never cuss it.
I mean, I'm out there cussing, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we can move on from the yard.
All right, Bianca, what's going on? Great show tonight. Yeah, we talking a bunch of junk tonight, Bianca.
It is. It's a great show. Okay.
Dandelions are not grass. That is facts. My daughter thinks they're pretty. They think they're flowers. I said, baby, that's not a flower. Anyway,
it's a weed.
It's a weed.
It is a weed. Dandelions are weeds.
So when did we become the grass, the home decoration show? But go ahead.
Hey man, hey, we do it all around here.
That's facts.
Right.
Okay. Well,
go ahead. Fence mender.
Okay. So my brother Drell just asked me what I got this. What is this hat about? This hat is about, if you've seen the post on my Facebook page that my wife.
I'm trying to find it, so I'm gonna put it up.
Right. Hey. It was rough in them streets yesterday. That's all.
You went in the streets. You was in the backyard.
I was in the backyard.
What were you doing anyway?
We got a letter from the homeowners association saying that our fence needed repairs, and so I had to go replace broken boards and all of that other stuff around the fence. And the last storm we had, it kind of damaged the fence.
Yeah.
So I had to mend the fence. So that's what I was in the yard doing. And one section of the fence that sits off of the patio has double doors that swings open. Those double doors over the years had sagged like this. They weren't standing straight up. So I took those off and rebuilt those frames and then replaced the.
You did that yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about no Mario.
You don't know nothing about no Mario, but I'm gonna tell you, I just got new neighbors on both sides of me, and the neighbors on that side of the side of the fence I was working on are Indians. Like, I don't mean disrespectful, but the red dot Indians.
Yeah.
And so
East Indian.
I was East Indian. How about that? So they called it, and this is what I was listening to. Working on the fence, baby. I was listening to BB King, Bobby Blue Bland, Albert King. I was listening to all blues. 6 hours of blues yesterday.
Just wearing them out.
They called it. Oh, I knew they were sick of me, boy. Because I had my speaker out in the backyard, trying to get it cut off. I had my little speaker out there, my little Bluetooth speaker out there in the yard, and I was giving it to them, baby. We Bobby Blue Bland and Johnny Taylor. Only thing I was missing was a drink at a barbecue grill.
I wanted to tell you one.
There it is.
Hey, there it is. There it is. You did work to find that one, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What does the write up on this say?
Let me pull it up on my side so I can see it better. He can wear all the suits and tuxedos in the world, but there is nothing more attractive than seeing your husband catch up on honeydew list.
Okay. So I guess it don't matter what we saying right now.
It really don't, Playboy.
Yeah. I get it.
That got me some right there.
I'm talking about.
All right, then.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you made it work for you. That's all that matters.
I'll put this hat on anytime you want me to. What you're talking about, huh? So I don't get nothing. That's why I put on there. If you look at my thing, it said team don't give a bleep.
Mario
I
had
don't
the
give a
backyard
bleep what
blues
y'all
back.
talking about, boy. Give a
Okay.
bleep. So yeah, man. Did that yesterday. Like I said, the work week was it was a work week, like it usually is. So I really have not gotten any good rest. And like I said, I missed 2 meetings today, man. I came home, we ate, I came home and laid down for a second, and the next thing I know, it was 7:00. And I'm like, man, I missed 2 whole meetings. So I got to go back and do some apologizing because there's some folk I was supposed to be in meetings with that I just totally slept through it. Erica left and went to her dad's house to see him, and I didn't get no wake up. Sorry, y'all.
So you blaming somebody because you didn't get to wake up?
I ain't blaming nobody. It's my fault, but typically she would have been here and be like, "Babe, don't you got somewhere to go?" But hey, that wasn't the case.
That sounds like some old man. That sounds like some old man shit right there. You got to get woken up.
Keem, I don't give a bleep. It is what it is, Playboy. It is what it is. And then I got to figure out what I'm gonna name my new bass. I played it at
that's
church.
right, you got a new bass.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice, dude.
Ooh, kick it.
Okay, but hold up before you continue. Why do you keep buying bass guitars?
Stop. Okay.
You got to process that.
He got a whole explanation happening.
Yeah, I got to give you a whole explanation.
Hold on, let me get the piano. Let me get the Days of Our Lives playing. Hold on a second.
Okay. These are the days of. Okay, it's kind of like what's your weakness? It ain't shoes. It's cars. Maybe it's Bentley.
It's cars.
It's cars. Okay. Then there you go. I think I'm on base number 9 right now. 9, maybe 10. So it's just one of them things. I'm not that I needed another one, but this one I built. So I ordered the parts. They sent it all to me, all packaged nice and pretty. And there you go. And I put it together myself and did all of the stuff that normally would be done by a guitar tech. I did it. So I can say hands-on, I built this one. Now, of course, like I said,
better investment putting it together yourself, or
it's definitely a money saver.
Okay.
It's when I say definitely a money saver, I paid a fraction of the cost I would if I had bought this bass already in a store on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So by parting it out, I mean a fraction of the cost.
Makes sense to me.
A fraction of the cost. So that was my first time doing all of that, and I played it today in church, and it turned out beautiful. Man.
Oh, okay.
Beautifully. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we gonna try this again at a later date.
Okay.
So,
and is that typically how all of y'all operate? Like Steve, you keyboards, James, your camera. Is that typically how that works? Where you may not even need it, you just want it because you got 9 other bass guitars and you just want another one. Is that typically how it works?
Look behind Steve.
I got
let's just look behind Steve. Let's stay right there for a minute. Not that Steve needed another keyboard, but you see that big pretty red Nord he got, and that's a Nord. Y'all don't know.
Yeah, but Mario, what I'm trying to do is justify why I buy stuff. So that's why I'm asking y'all. What
ain't no justification.
It ain't.
It ain't no justification.
That new pretty 4K camera, James, is but see, James, that make you money, don't it?
That making money.
Yeah,
that make you money.
That's my point.
My bass makes me money.
Right. Steve Keyboard makes
your money.
Your cars don't make you nothing, do it?
Maserati.
Well, it depends on how heavy the car is.
6,000.
There you go.
We understand.
There you go. The Bentley I made money off of.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Even in a messed up state, you still made money.
I still made money.
In a damaged state,
yeah. Hey, did y'all know that there's a clause in your insurance that most of y'all haven't read? That if you drive a luxury car, there's a luxury addendum to that's in your clause,
Mm-hmm.
and it simply states that if your vehicle is in an accident, not only do you get comprehensive coverage, there's a luxury addendum that's associated with that too. Yeah.
Is it specific to the type of car? You see this?
There's classification: luxury 1, 2, and 3. Luxury 3 is going to be your exotic cars, like your Bentleys, your Rolls Royces, and all of those things. And there's a addendum, and they will give you a check for $25,000 just because of the luxury of the car.
So that big body Cadillac that I won't fall in that category.
It does fall into luxury, but it's probably going to fall into the level of maybe 1 or 2.
Like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't Bentley yet. I'm gonna let y'all handle that for you know.
Say again, Mario?
I say I ain't of the Bentley status just yet, y'all.
Nobody wants to be of the Bentley status right now when you're paying $276 for gas.
How much?
$276 for gas to fill up.
$276 to fill up your car. I put what? Oh, let's talk about that. Hold on 1 second. I stopped and got gas after church. I got a bone to pick. And I have never seen. Y'all tell me if y'all have seen this junk before. I stopped off of Arkadelphia Road, the Arkadelphia exit, right off the interstate. There's a Shell and a Chevron right across from each other. I stopped at the Shell and I saw $3.89. Okay, cool.
Use your card.
I stuck my card in, bloop, bloop, pulled the thing, hit 87 octane, boop out, squeezing my gas off, and I look down I'm looking at the numbers go by. I'm like, something ain't right about the gallons I'm getting versus the dollar amount. I looked at the thing and it said $4.29.
Yep.
I said, what the
They're charging you for the credit card processing fees.
What?
I have never. I took a picture of it.
A lot of gas stations do that.
Look,
you gotta watch.
Look at that.
Do you know you can call state of Alabama about that?
I can, because they charging me.
There's a number on the pump.
Okay.
There's a
you
number
let them know they price gouging like that.
It's gouging. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, because normally it's just like 10 cents. See, if it went up that high on you, they gouging real bad.
Yeah.
And technically, your customers aren't responsible for your processing fees. You know what I'm saying?
That should be included in the price.
It should be included in the price.
Right.
Yeah. But I got a bone to pick with you, Mario.
But team don't give a. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're gonna give a fuck about this. But why in the hell are you using 87?
Because my truck calls for 87 octane.
Really?
Yes,
it does. For 87?
My truck does not take 89 or 93 octane. 87, and I'm happy about it.
Say it again.
I said it does not take 89 or 93. It is 87 rated.
Man,
yeah, hate me later. Hate me later. Thank you. But on that motorcycle, 93 octane.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is it costing you about
93?
Huh?
It's costing you about $22, $25 to fill up?
Right in there to fill up. And yep. I'm like, woo, I ain't never put that much money in the gas tank before.
How far can you go on a full tank in the motorcycle?
On a motorcycle, you can get well over 100 miles. Just depends on where you're going. It's a 6-gallon tank. You can use it right about round figure 125, 150.
Kitten's kids say gas is $4.50 in Chi-Town.
In Chicago, $4.50, and that's just regular.
Hey, that's not many times that I agree with James Fred, but this one particular time I agree with him on this. There's no sense of complaining about the gas. You still got to get it.
Still got to get it.
Got to get it.
And if you can afford it, hallelujah.
Yeah, if you can afford it. And I was laughing filling the Maserati up.
Really?
It was funny. And the thing just kept going. I said, is there a damn hole in this tank?
Right, yeah.
Looking up on the car like, what is this stuff going?
I thought I was the only one that did that, to get down and look to make sure ain't nothing leaking out from underneath.
But we this is serious though, for black guys. We all should be just thanking the Father that we're able to pull up the pump. Although we don't like it, we are fortunate because once upon a time,
had to borrow $5 to get to work.
Bro,
yes, man.
I remember going out and hang with the fellas at night. We try to scrounge together at least $2 to put in the tank so we could ride around, go to the club.
Right.
Hey.
And that's when gas was like 75 cents a gallon.
Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I just think there's some things, guys, until things change, man, let's just follow our thinking. Right there at the park. That I'm able to put gas.
And listen, y'all, if you at the gas station and you see somebody who may not have you, they putting $10 in their car, man, help them out. Help them out. I've done it several times. That's the way we get through this, man. Forget the government, forget all that. It's the people that's gonna help us get through this. We've got to help each other. If you see somebody struggling, man, help them.
And that's not a form of socialism, by the way.
Right.
It's not.
I don't know, but it sounds like socialism to me. I don't know.
Oh, you got the nerve there. Come on.
Get somebody stirred up.
We live in America, and America's capitalism. Capitalism is America. You understand me, boy? You like Jesus with 2 fish. What you talking about giving up 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread? You got Jesus.
It's funny, man.
Work for that bread and fish.
It's funny because you hear people complain about how the government is screwing over the people and all that, but these are the same folks that don't want to help the people.
Well, you got a point there.
Man, you don't want to help the people, but you want to blame the government for taking advantage of people. Well, why don't you help them then? Man, you see somebody only putting $10 in their tank at $3.99, you know they ain't going nowhere far. Help them out.
You right.
I agree.
That's good, Jay.
And that ain't something you got to publicize and turn your camera on and record.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
When I was homeless, I told God, I said, if you get me out of this, I'll help everybody I possibly can. And nobody will know who I help. And I've stuck to that promise. There are people and things that I've done that my girlfriends and people close to me would never know about. Girlfriend, because I'll never.
He just put an S. He just put an
well, S. I'm saying,
you player.
Hey,
just say.
That nigga's a girlfriend. Since then, I've had a few girlfriends, but I'll never, not even them. I'll never tell them I helped such and such or I did this for such and such. I'll never do that because I had people do that to me. I had people help me and then go on social media and blast me about helping me.
So James, along that wise, that is the reason y'all haven't heard me talk about the $1 million giveaway anymore. If we're going to help people, let's just help them. And the Bible speaks about you should not let your left hand know what your right hand know what your left hand is doing.
Right.
We're trying to get a photo op, man, and that's
your
reward.
I hate seeing that on social media.
Yeah, that's your reward right there.
I hate seeing that.
Yeah.
What used to kill me, man, is the churches coming to the homeless shelter and want to use your kids for a photo op.
Yes.
They come in there with a bag of some ripped up, torn up clothes. And then, hey, can your son pose with me in this? No, sir, he cannot. No, sir. He absolutely can't.
Wow.
You're not going to use my child to get
it.
And do you think that a homeless person really wants to be on camera being homeless?
Degraded.
That's degrading.
That's degrading. That's inhumane to do that.
Thank you.
They would come in and go live on Facebook and all this stuff and make a spectacle about the so-called help that they were doing.
Right.
And it was just, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, are y'all for real? Like this is how we gonna do this?
Know
so
that.
I told God, man, I'd never do that.
But just know this: that's your reward.
Right.
You're right.
That's your reward.
That's your reward.
I quickly snatched that out the air. I said, "Oh, we're not gonna get a tour bus. We're not gonna go around with cameras.
Right.
Oh, no.
I want to. Kitten's kid said local political candidates are giving away gas.
We need them to give away.
Chi-town.
But you know what though? I have to look at that now. Maybe I'm just that guy that always have to. I want to see the positive in things.
Right,
But
Michelle.
is
Right.
that for votes for the
Of
next
course.
election
I
term?
don't care what it's for, as long
course it's for
as I'm getting some gas in my car. You can be for
Yeah,
whatever.
but Mario, I get it. I get it because there are people out here who have to make the decision whether to put gas in their car or buy medicine, or
Right.
put food on the table.
Right.
Get it. I just don't want to play games with people's lives like that.
That's think
Boy.
about what you just said, Lovejoy. Think about what you just said, and you got niggas out here that's got the nerve to complain that they had to put $150 in their tank.
Yeah.
They got the nerve to complain about that, and you got people that $20 worth of gas will make the difference of whether or not they can go ahead and buy food and get to work.
That's exactly right.
Mm.
And you complaining that you had to put $150 in your tank.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up and pump the gas.
Not that you couldn't put it in there.
Yeah.
You complaining because you had to do it.
You had to do it.
And you got it to do it.
And you got to do it. That's why, man, I can't. I'm of the opinion now, guys, I can't deal with Negroes and niggas who do a bunch of complaining.
Right.
Niggas.
Man, I can't. There's absolutely nothing. Check this out, guys. There's absolutely nothing I have now that I have a reason to complain.
Complain about. Right.
Most of us live in homes that are absolutely beautiful. We wasn't raised like that.
Amen.
And now we living in and I was just thinking about this one. I said, no, I really need to thank the Father, because sometimes we can slip into that mode, fellas, where we start complaining and we don't realize that there's a joker who's sleeping out on the street when it was 20-some degrees.
Yeah.
And we complained about, oh, my house too cold, my house too hot, and we got 2 units sitting outside when somebody else don't even have the luxury of having one. The audacity of us.
Right.
We become so spoiled in our thinking until, guys, we need to stop and check ourselves at the door and be like, you know what? Let me shut my mouth, because had it not been for the grace of God,
there go I.
Come on,
boy. Oh boy.
Right.
Come on.
Well, you almost sent me in on that, boy.
I have to check myself constantly about stuff, man. I mean, it's I really do. I have to think back that only 9 years ago I was sleeping on the street and then ended up at a homeless shelter with my 2 boys.
Dang, son.
So there's plenty of times where I catch myself complaining about how many cameras I got, or complaining about the price I paid for a camera. When I can remember when I started this thing, I started with a $200 camera and was struggling trying to save up to get a lens for it.
Right.
And so I check myself constantly. I really do.
I get you.
I the things and I make sure that my kids, especially my youngest, Justin, I especially make sure he stays grounded. Like, son, you remember, having to go to bed at the shelter. Remember, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the oldest.
The youngest.
The youngest.
Yeah.
How old was he at during that time?
Justin was 5.
He was 5 at the time.
Yeah, he was 5 because he just started kindergarten.
Okay.
He just started kindergarten. And the school he went to, he comes home with a bag one day, a paper bag.
Oh man.
And on the bag it says indigent child. Justin Fred.
They're crazy.
Man, I had a fit.
I bet you did.
Do you hear me? Man, I went up to that school and raised all kinds of hell. I said, what the hell are y'all doing? Yeah. I said, was this, you couldn't just put his name on it? You had to write indigent child, Justin Fred. I'm like, so y'all making a spectacle out of my son. And that's what.
So James, I'm the complete opposite. And y'all heard me say that. Because of my issues in life, I went to the other extreme.
Really?
That is, my daughters know that they have me wrapped around their feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not proud of this, and I'm not trying. I'm trying to create a way to break that, because they think, check this out, they think that this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
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 They think, and if all of us are honest, our kids do too. They think riding around in a Bentley is normal.
Come on, man.
Right.
When my daughter can ask me, "Hey, Daddy, when I get my license, can I take the Bentley to school?" And when we was growing up, we were just so happy to have any fucking thing
Right.
to drive to school.
Right.
And I stopped. I was like, really? You're teaching this girl how to drive a car in a fucking Bentley.
Right.
And they think that's normal, but
Right.
to a degree, guys, that's my fault.
Yeah.
They don't have to work hard for nothing. They don't have to
Come
work.
on, man.
They don't have
So
to
let
work
me ask you this question:
We gotta
Let me
talk about
ask you-
kids, man. We have got
Is
to
it-
talk about entitled kids, dog.
Is
Yes,
it?
let's go
Is
there.
it?
I got them.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna one up you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
My question is though, is because as parents, we're supposed to want our kids to have better than what we did and not have to struggle. I think the challenge is still trying to keep that balance in them. Like for your girls to understand you're blessed. This isn't normal. You know what I'm saying? It's not normal for parents to teach their kids their first car in a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're blessed because I worked hard to be able to do this for you. And I think that's the struggle that a lot of us have, is making sure that our kids, even with some of my kids being through what we've been through, at this point, they have gotten a little spoiled because I've busted my behind to get out of that situation and to do better and to be able to give them better. And it didn't take but a second now for Justin to hop on Amazon, fill his card up, and then say, "Daddy, cash at me $100."
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to ground him sometimes. Like, son, do you listen? You remember how hard it was to get money back then? It's the same way now. It ain't changed.
It's still the same.
So I'm trying to, make sure he understands that, okay, yes, we can do more. I can do more for you, but don't get crazy with it.
Right.
Mhm.
Don't get out here, when you was okay getting a $60 and $70 pair of shoes. Now every pair of shoes you look at is $200.
Man, please.
Right.
I got
Look, I can say, and my brother put on here, what about you, Mario? And I'm guessing he assuming I'm listening to everybody give their stories. Now, you hadn't missed anything, Carlton. We general convo. I grew up in a little community called Wilder, and I lived sort of a country charmed lifestyle. I'm gonna be honest, up until a certain point, but because I had a dad that had a good job, that came out of the military and got a good job at the steel plant. And that's what folks did back then. They went to U.S. Steel, and they were, you thought you were retired from steel plant. My mom sold insurance.
That's my granddaddy.
You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, my early years, I knew no lack. Like you saying, your daughters, we had everything we could think of.
Yeah.
And when mom and daddy wouldn't get it for us, I could pick up the phone. I had a strong support system. Me, my brother, my sister. Hey, we called my grandmama and my great grandmama and all my grandparents, mama this or daddy that. You see what I'm saying? So that's, so I pick up the phone and call my Phoebe and be like, "Hey, mama won't get me this. Why won't she get it for you?" "I don't know. Your grade's good." "Yeah." "Okay." Next thing I know, I had what I wanted.
Wow.
So I could pick up the phone and do that.
Yeah.
With grandparents or great grands. And so it wasn't until my mom and dad split and this is early 80s. I was somewhere around the 4th grade. That's when I started seeing what hard times was, because mom and dad split. Now the lights might be off.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now the water bill might not have water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It went like that for a little while. But there's a saying, and I say all of that to say that those were some what do you call it? Defining times for me. You know what I'm saying? To see what struggle looked like for my mom as a single mom to try and take care of. It was me, my brother, and my sister. My sister ended up getting married. She moved away. My brother went to the military. It was me and my mom. I remember one day, my mom it was cold outside. And I'm trying to remember what it was, but the power had gotten turned off. And my mama was sitting. I had just went in the kitchen, fixed a bowl of cereal, and the power went out. Bloop. And my mom came in the living room and literally was having a breakdown in the living room. And I went and sat next to my mom, eating a bowl of Captain Crunch, just kind of console my mom. And that sits in my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying all that to say, when I tell a story, it's broken. There is a
and long. But go ahead.
Shut up. There's a thing because we were transitioning and talking about kids and privilege and kids. Mm-hmm. There's a saying that says, strong men make easy times. Easy time make weak men.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We make it easy for our kids. My kids didn't know struggle like that. Like basically what you're saying. My kids didn't know struggle at all. My son felt so entitled. I bought him, Steve, I bought your dad's old Jeep. Mm-hmm. That was my son's first car. Mm-hmm. Wow. That was my son's first car. I bought an old Jeep, Steve Dad's old Jeep Cherokee, and gave it to my son. This is like his senior year of high school. Do you know this Negro had the nerve to tell me, all right, Dad, I'm getting ready to go to college. The Jeep was okay, but I'm going to need a better car. I'm going to need a Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
I said, what? The hell? What? I said, okay. All right. He stopped putting oil in the car, blew the engine up. Like he thought that was going to get him a new car. I said, the next one you buy, you'll pay for yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the blessing to that was the next car he got, he paid for himself. He's driving it now, Jeep Renegade. You see what I'm saying? But I just had to tell that little story, man. We pamper our kids, and it's good that you pamper them, but I learned from that you can pamper them. What I learned from my father is a man that don't work is a man that don't eat.
Right.
You got to get out and get it to make it. And that's what I try to instill in my son. Sometimes it comes through the medium of tough love.
And that's it. These kids, man, they can't handle it. They can't handle you getting on them. They can't handle any kind of toughness or struggle. They'll melt. They melt. Like I look at my kids, man. You tell them to do something, do this instant pout. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, man.
Are you kidding me? Right now, you kidding me with these shoes you wearing, with these clothes on your back.
Yeah.
If I ask you to do something, you do it, and you do it with a smile. Man, if we did that junk back when we was kids, boy, we'd be black and blue every day.
Don't jump in the grown folks conversation.
Right.
Man. But can I just so for me now, guys, I do this every morning. So my 3 o'clock actually turns into like 1:45. Because remember, that's when I used to trade. But now with this is exactly what I do. And some of you guys, some of the people who are viewing this, y'all probably need to try this. I guarantee you won't have a bad day. I don't have bad days anymore. I have challenging days, but my days are not bad anymore. Because of the thing I do when I get up out the bed, I don't just automatically jump up. Number one, it throws your heart rhythm off. And so psychologically, that does something to you. So I sit and I plant my feet flat on the floor, and I put my hands flat on my lap, and also I just start doing this. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I may do that 200 times before I hear this voice. Tony, what are you thanking me for? Father, I thank you that you allowed me to live when COVID tried to take me out.
Mm-hmm.
Father, I thank you that I have choices, not just in the things that I drive, but in the places I go, I have choices.
Right.
Father, I thank you that you've been good to me, even when I didn't deserve your goodness and your mercy. If you do that over and over and over, something wells up on the inside of you and you go about your day. Father, thank you for this job. Although my supervisor get on my damn nerve, Father, I thank you that you bless me with this particular resource and understanding that you are my source. This job is a resource.
Yeah. Yeah.
Father, I thank you.
Yeah.
I thank you. Thank you that you give me the abilities, that I have the activities of my limbs, that I can go do this job with soundness of mind, with precision of heart. Thank you, Father. Thank you. And then I get up, take my shower, turn your water on cold for about 30 seconds to shock my body, and I'm out the door.
Mm-hmm.
I know within that time, guess what's going to happen? The Holy Spirit is going to give me wisdom to create other income in my life. And so we start praying the prayer of Jabez, enlarge my territory. Why?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No. I did it that way, guys, because we singing these songs in church and asking God to enlarge our territory. Why does he need to enlarge your territory? What you going to do?
There you go. Can you handle that?
I need more stuff.
Handle that.
Can you handle that? I
So
agree.
we praying these prayers, and these preachers have been teaching these people to ask God for more. Why do you need more? What are you going to do with more? If you haven't been faithful in that which is least, you're not going to be faithful in that which is much. Then the Bible says, who then can commit to you true riches? And so we need to check ourselves at the door and realizing that we should be grateful for whatever state that we are in.
Right.
And just be thankful for that. Be thankful for that God's going to give you an idea that's going to create you a business. And here's what I learned. I learned this from Mario. Check this out. Not everybody is called to be an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
We still need firemen and policemen.
Thank you.
You learned that from me because I'm being pulled in another direction now.
No. Last year when we talked,
Right.
we were talking about some real stuff about starting business, working jobs, doing things, and we was talking about your dad. I don't want to get into the conversation. We was talking about your dad, but there is a group of people who needs to be the best that they possibly can be at Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
They could possibly be
Right.
as a policeman.
Mm-hmm.
The best they could possibly be at Publix.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are needed just as well as entrepreneurs are.
Business owners, right.
And then still be grateful.
Because you need people to buy your stuff as an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or you need the people to be their best in the areas that they are to work for you.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
You need solid workers. I get what you're saying.
No, but okay. Hey, Pat, here's what I learned about. I was talking to this very rich guy, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Here's the secret. He told me, he says, hey, Tony, you're at this level, I can tell you this. He says, rich people don't work. They think.
Mm-hmm. That's all Oprah does.
Watch this. Okay, so if I can make me $20 an hour, a rich person is going to figure out how much should I pay Steve? How much should I pay Mario? How much should I pay James in order to double what I can do with one person?
Right.
Rich people think, they don't work. They think how to double their income.
Mm-hmm.
They think how to make passive income. They think about their next stream of income.
Right.
Rich people don't work. They think about, how can I get Steve to fulfill my dreams in life.
Right.
And that's what rich people do. I was like, oh, dang.
They the big pimps, Doc.
They big pimps. That's why they don't care. That's why they don't care, because you're expendable.
Mm-hmm.
You get a better job, okay. I just need to find somebody else to fill this position.
Right. Because your job does not care about you.
Oh, absolutely not. They pay you just enough to come back next week.
Just right.
There
That's
you go.
all. That's it. That's job is not designed to make you rich. It's designed to keep you coming back.
Right.
And to hold you there. It's up to you to live within your means or beneath your means so you can stack money to do other things.
Right.
That being said, advice. I don't know if I should ask you this off camera or on camera.
Please ask me.
Somebody might want to know. Forming an LLC.
Yes.
This will be a transportation-based company.
Okay. For profit or non-profit?
For profit.
Okay. People.
With that being said, in naming your LLC, I had a buddy of mine start a transportation company, and he named his such and such enterprises. He said he didn't want to lock himself into just transportation. If he wanted to do something else, he wanted to be able to pour that over into under the umbrella of the enterprise. Explain that and make that make sense to me.
Well, and a couple of people do that, but I tell people, go ahead and form your LLC.
Mm-hmm.
Form your LLC because that's an individual person. The entity is an individual person that you can claim S corp or C corp, depending on your tax bracket, how much you make, and what kind of deductions you want to have. Okay, so go ahead and form an LLC. If you get to the point where you want to expand and do other things, and you want to fund other ventures, then you don't create an enterprise, create a group.
Okay.
The lender group. You know, there's most car dealerships do that.
Groups, right.
They call them groups. That way, the group is the parent company that have Nissan, that have Audi, that have Volkswagen. It's the group, and you put each company under the group. Now watch what happens. Once you create a group, you now just created this blanket of a tax bracket. So now you're just getting taxed off the group.
One time.
One time. But if you create an enterprise, the enterprise is exactly that. You enter
Right.
the prize. So you're gonna still get taxed with the LLC. You're still gonna get taxed with something else. So you get double taxation from your different revenues. So I always tell people, go ahead and start your LLC. And I tell most people, my advice to them is to create an S corp, not a C corp, but an S corp, so you can receive all the benefits from your company.
Explain the difference between an S and a C corp.
Huh?
Explain the difference between an S and a C corp.
Okay, the S corp has several advantages tax-wise that you can claim as an individual, even though your company is okay. I'll just take Brady, for instance, right? Okay, I'm partial owner of Brady, but Tashara is the majority stockholder in the company. It's her company, right? So she created an LLC, but as far as tax is concerned, I did S corp. Here's what that means. Every time Tashara gets in her vehicle, cranks it up, she can write it off.
That's a big
Even though it's an LLC, she still can claim everything that's under Brave Counseling Consulting. The C corp says, no, you can't.
Right.
Got you.
So you're going to get taxed on Brave, and then when you file your taxes, you're still going to get taxed again. So it's double taxation.
S corp.
The S corp says, no, everything goes through the business. So Brave can pay Tashara's house note, and that's not taxed. She can do what we call distribution as far as her salary is concerned. That's not taxed. None of the tax. So she can say, oh, I had a loss this year. Depreciated value on everything. Her car, depreciated value. The office furniture she bought. Taxation. When y'all came up here for the write it off. And she gets credit for all of that.
Remember Donald Trump said that he was smart enough not to pay taxes?
That's how he did it.
That's how he did.
Everything got written off under the escort. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
See, I think people get caught up in wanting to call themselves such and such enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds so
good.
It sounds good.
Right. It sounds so good, but like Lovejoy is saying, for everything you put under that enterprise, you're gonna get taxed for.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So be careful, guys. Be careful when you starting business. And if you're not big, you can also do DBAs.
Right.
Doing business as.
Doing business as.
Mm-hmm.
And I encourage a lot of people to do DBAs. Don't just jump out there and do an LLC. Mm-hmm. Because most people don't even know why they started the LLC.
Right.
Wow.
I didn't when I got mine. I didn't understand any of that when I really started mine, but I was fortunate enough. My sister was working for a law firm here, and some of the lawyers at the law firm did mine for me. So everything that Lovejoy pretty much just said is the same advice they gave me. So I had that. I was able to do that, but I understand a lot of people aren't going to be able to go through a lawyer. But yeah, I didn't really understand all of that I was doing. Everybody was just, when I started, people said, you got to have an LLC. So that's what that's what I went and did. I didn't understand the tax part of it until later. And I had an accountant that, let me show you how you're not going to pay any taxes. Or let me show you. I mean, that was just what the lady did.
Yeah.
And she, you know what I'm saying? And she reworked some things and did some things for me. But yeah, I think people get caught up in the enterprise stuff and the LLC stuff. They like to see it behind their name. But I tell people, man, listen, as long as you can cash the check, it don't matter. As long as the check cash and you can get the money, what difference do it make? Whether it's enterprise, LLC, or whatever.
But Mario, whoever this friend is, make sure they start a nonprofit too.
A what?
A nonprofit.
Yeah,
really?
That's my next step.
Start a nonprofit, a domestic nonprofit.
That's my next step.
Okay.
Make sure they do that.
Okay.
That's gonna save you. I ain't talking about for grants or nothing like that. But then you become exempt in certain status.
By starting a nonprofit, in addition to whatever he has going now, starting nonprofit.
Most rich people have nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
Several of them.
They do that. They ain't because they're so charitable.
Right on.
Right.
A tax write-off.
That's
everything is about keeping as much of your money as you can keep.
You possibly can, right?
So watch this. Your trucking company does well. Your trucking company does $15,000 a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a nonprofit. You want to sponsor a boys program. Your company can write a check to your nonprofit, and then your company for profit can write that off.
Mm-hmm.
That's deductions in your tax.
Deductions on okay.
That's the game. That's the shell game.
It is. All day, man.
We just hadn't been hip to it. And so now people, and again, I told people this. They thought I bought the Bentley to flex. I did.
The tax write-off.
Tax write-off. Either for 3 years or you can take one big lump sum.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people it was the gross weight on that thing is 6,800 pounds. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're seeing people going out buying G-Wagons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they can write those things off.
Aha. And that's who the ahas have known that for a long time.
Long time, right?
Man, I'm passionate about this kind of stuff. I can talk about this stuff all day, but I know we are into it. So y'all ask me whatever questions y'all want.
So yeah, we need, once again, you know, we've had one of these shows where anything can happen, and we still end up giving some great information.
Yeah, still end up. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: should you get an attorney to do this for you, form your LLC, do your EIN, and all of that good stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
I'm throwing it out there. I kind of already know, but expound on that. That's stuff you can do yourself, correct?
You can go to right now to get your EIN, and this is free information. This is stuff I know I'm charged for. You can go out to the IRS.gov and do online EIN. Make sure you got your stuff lined up. Start just putting stuff in there because you're gonna be held accountable for that EIN. You can do that. You can go anyway to get incorporated. You can do the incorporation page yourself and go right down to probate of Jefferson County, Morgan County, wherever county you live in. You can go right and file them papers yourself. They're gonna stamp it. First, go online and go to the Secretary of State and reserve your name, because you don't want to be out there and you putting up on somebody else's name.
Right.
There is an online search for that as well. Because I said there's a entity search you can go to.
Yeah, Secretary of State website. Sure.
Right. Secretary of State, you can do that because you're incorporating in the state of Alabama. It don't matter if that company is in New York, but long as it's not in Alabama. So you want to do a search to make sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the name I wanted to name my business, another business exists in Ohio.
They ain't got nothing to do with you.
Even though that's going to be on the side of my vehicle going down the road, traveling.
Ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
In the state of Alabama, because watch what's going to happen. Once you get that name, then of course you got to go to the DOT and go through that paperwork. You're going to get a unique DOT sticker, a certification to put on your truck.
Gotcha.
That's not going to identify the other company. It's going to only identify you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And my daughter threw something out. It may be confusing if somebody Googles you to try and find you as a company to do business with you, and you got another company and another name.
Well, you just got to make your name specific to that URL.
Yeah.
Spell
it different, and then like Steve just said, make it unique for that particular URL. And then your analyticals on Google Ad, make sure that you put in things that you're doing that the other company is not doing. That way, when they start searching for you because of your analyticals, you'll pop up first every single time.
Okay.
Like there is
Mac just said, Carlton Mac said, unless you get a U.S. trademark.
Well, no. Well, even with the trademark, the name can still be the same.
Right. We're talking
about what's the uniqueness about the trademark.
Your logos, your pictures,
your pictures. Those are your trademark.
Your creative.
Yeah. And you're not going to get that. You're only going to get that R. Remember in the circle,
right?
Unless you have gone through that particular protocol in that process.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because there's another Pro Source Cleaning. It's a car detailing business. That's actually pretty large, but I share the same name, Ben. I had no problems.
Okay.
Guess what? Mario, once you start your company, you'll never put nothing else in your name again.
That's what that's what I was told. Right.
You won't put nothing in your house, your cars,
your phone.
Nothing would go in your name.
Your cable.
I'm talking about everything.
Right.
Really.
Will never go in your name again.
I'm talking about, nigga, if you order something off Amazon, it's on your it's
in your business
account.
Yeah. You almost disappear. Honestly.
Just had that conversation Friday.
Remember that politician that said businesses are people?
Businesses are people.
He got in trouble for saying that. That was his mentality.
Right. Right.
Really? He got in trouble for making that statement?
Yeah, because people, you say something like that, not knowing that people have set themselves up as businesses and they don't buy anything under their name. Like we just said, the business does it.
And it's nothing new. People been doing it for the longest.
Aha.
Yeah.
Aha.
They do. And when you get to a certain point, you'll create an estate.
Mm.
And Mario, your estate will buy everything.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who go play the lottery, if you win that $421 million, put the check up, put a pair of Mickey Mouse gloves on, put the check up to your face, and let them take the picture. Doesn't say that you have to show them your face, because if you're trying to protect yourself, then do what I just said. Then right after that, go straight to an attorney and create an estate and put all your money in your estate.
Mm.
And y'all tell me why that's necessary?
Go, please.
Because if you make money off the 421 million, which you probably get about 232 million, but after taxes are taken out, once you do that, and if your money sits in a bank, then if it draws any interest on it, you got to pay taxes on the interest that it drew. And in the state, it goes into what we call a holding.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear people talk about holding companies?
Mm-hmm.
They're never taxed.
Mm.
Because you said, I'm holding this for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, IRS code says you can't tax me for a holding, which is also known as an estate.
Estate.
But can you use the funds once you put it in the holding?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like you can use your business credit card.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can use, your credit card just has Leonard Estates on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can swipe it wherever it goes. Make sure you call the bank and say, I'm about to make a $90,000 purchase. Please let this go.
Mm-hmm.
Because they cut it off at certain limits.
At a certain limit. I got you. See, I love having these conversations right here, dude.
It's good to have rich friends.
Whew. Whew. Yes. Yes. Yes.
With knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hey, okay. See, let me make this last comment.
Yeah.
But this year, guys, and this is to the 4 Black guys and to everybody, our audience that listen to us, do not allow people to waste your time.
Amen.
A person who don't respect your time won't respect your wisdom.
And your money.
Amen to that.
Because time is money.
It's money.
I want to share one.
People don't believe that.
It's the truth, baby.
It's the truth, but people don't believe that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to share one last thing with you guys, and I think it's important that I share this. Let me get over here. This is very important, y'all. Don't let your yard look like this. This is a shame.
Amen.
That's how we end the show.
Bruh.
End it like we
Oh
started.
my God, man. And you
Bruh.
walk out of the
see
house
that,
past that every day, bro.
I'm telling you, straight focus, man. Didn't pay it no attention.
Look at this. What is this?
What are those?
What are those?
I told you that's them Bessemer weeds. That's them homegrown Alabama Bessemer weeds.
Gone, man.
Yeah. Home. Lord. Boy.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do
Boy.
it.
Now you see why I had to get the machete out and go through there first.
You probably gonna have to kill a snake or two in that.
I thought I know, man. Surprisingly, I didn't see not one snake.
Man, get bit by a Bessemer snake, boy. That'd have been painful.
I didn't see. That's what I was scared. That's what made me get the machete out first, so I could go to chopping stuff up if I had to. But I didn't see not one snake, man.
You've been watching the Full Black Guys show, guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
buy silver for y'all two that's investing. Buy tangible silver.
Tangible silver.
Thank me later.
Okay.
Tangible silver.
Store it in the house.
Don't try to go out there and buy a bunch of it. Just every now and then.
Dollar cost average in.
Huh?
Where do we buy the silver at?
No, you want to research that part.
Oh,
Okay. He ain't finna give you
Because
that.
there are different bullions and there's different ways to it. So different people have, but get you some silver and get your safe, put it up, and then thank me later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I find a way to give me some silver then. Some silver bullion. Put your fours up, y'all. You've been
I'm
watching
gonna buy
Football
another
Guys.
camera.
We're huh?
I'm gonna buy another camera.
Man, Jesus. All this good investment information. There go the guns. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.